What's going on, YouTube? Back once again in the shed, and yes, look, I had a haircut finally and got rid of that fuzzy mess that was kind of loosely beard, more of a fuzz. I can't believe it. 40 years old and I can't even grow a proper beard yet. Do you know what's even more devastating about it is that I got a brother that's 2 years younger than me and he's had a beard for the last 10 years. I don't care. I'm still 2 inches taller than you and I can still kick your ass. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, so I may regret saying that. I don't think he watches my videos anyway. Yeah, so welcome back to the shed. I don't know if I'm not really doing a review. This is gonna be a waffle video because I don't know, I just feel like sitting and having a chat. Guess what? It's a bank holiday Monday again. A week later. It's because it's the King's Coronation today, isn't it? So yeah, so I'm sitting down. I've got a beer somewhere. Yeah. Having a beer, and it's a Cumberland Golden Beer made by Jennings Brewery. It's not that strong, 4.5%, something like that. No, 4%. Not bad. It's just a golden sort of beer, innit? Lager sort of thing. I'm not an expert on beers and ales, I just know what I like. But yeah, this one's made by Jennings Brewery, which is near Jennings Lake, or Lake Jennings, which is in the Lake District. Yeah. So I thought I was going to try and dig out a pipe blend that had some Lakeland essence in it, but I'm not exactly... Lake essences still baffle me a little bit, because there seems to be some confusion in what blends have it and what don't, but mainly because I got it in the post the other day, but I got some Condor ready rubbed, which I don't think is technically a Lakeland essence because it was never made in that area. It was I think it was made in Ireland to begin with, but now it's made in Poland. But it's definitely got some sort of floral essence thing going on in it. So I think it's, you know, it's as near as, without me tearing my table apart to get to my jars in my chest to actually see if I've got anything left that might have Lakeland essence in it. I'm sure there's something in there that has, I just haven't realised, but anyway. But yeah, waffling on. So got a bit of Condor ready rubbed in my my Petersons. Yeah, I was always a bit anti-Peterson, to be honest, and it's, you know, it's a KP Systems pipe, but I went for the little Diddy one. It's a 317. One, because I like little pipes, but two, just because I couldn't afford the bigger pipes. This was at the cheaper end, so, you know, I'm happy with it. And yeah, I'm convert to begin with. I think mainly because I was a bit anti, you know, bent pipes. I liked straight pipes, so the whole bent system pipe thing kind of... I know you can get straight ones, but it just... I don't know, I just didn't spend much time on them, but, you know, they kept coming recommended to me, and I've got quite a nice one, you know? You can see it's got quite a nice grain on it. It's in good nick. Nothing to complain about. Smokes like a dream. But yeah, so I'll spark that up in a minute, but I want to pepper a few bits of, other than just me chatting my usual waffle, some you know, useful bits of tidbits in there, but I don't know how many of you have noticed, but you know, sorry to come in with some devastating news, and it is really devastating news, but if you don't know, Bernard's is shutting shop, man. Yeah. This time next year, that'll be it. Unbelievable, really. Even I can't really believe it. But you know, just to lighten it up, I tried to make a bit of a joke out of it, but yeah, I had a look online, and I'll tell you what brought it to my attention was a post on I think it was a nasal snuff takers on Facebook, or it might have been modern snuff, I can't remember, but on one of them someone put a post, and I'm sorry if that was you, if you watch my videos, but I did try to go back and find it so I could like give you credit and put your name, but I just couldn't find it again. You know what Facebook's like, you know, it gets knocked down somewhere. I did try, but I couldn't find it, but that's where I found it out, and having a look, it seems to be true. So the main source is this little clip that I translated for you.
March of 2023, Bernard announced the cessation of all production, so there will be closing the doors of all factories. This is because of the TP3 effective from May of 2024 thanks to the EU.
But all jokes aside, man, it's a bit of a heartbreaker, isn't it? So as of March 2024, Bernard's will no longer another one, you know, pour another one out. Another legend is gone from the you know, from the historical snuff makers. It's a real gutter, honestly. Yeah, real gutter. So, you know, in respect to Bernard's, I'm snuffing some of that. I wish I'd picked one that I could say the name of, but Coronation Virginia, you know, the yellow box. I picked that one because I've had a bit of a. Last night I had like an ear infection, like, you know, like my ear was throbbing and aching, and it's feeling a bit better today. Like it popped. I've had a bit of fluid in that. But I've said before, when I take the Schmauzlers and that, they sometimes make my eardrum itch, and I just didn't want to mess with it. So I went for this one, and this one's probably the furthest one they make that's the less like the Schmauzlers, in my opinion. It's a little bit drier, a little finer, and a little bit. It is still quite coarse, and it's one of them that's got that sort of barnyardy, sort of hay and grass, which by the name I think it's a Virginia base, so you know all that makes sense. But as snuffs go, you know, as they make a lot of bloody brilliant ones, but this one is really good as well. And I'd be really sad to see it go. Really sad. But apparently it's bound down to them boffin idiot twits in the EU and all their TPD stuff. We don't have to worry about it so much in the UK now because we've left the EU, but you know, TPT 1 and 2 we got hit for. I was vaping at the time, but yeah, I see all the madness it created in that. So due to their unreasonable requests. I guess they've took the decision that it's easier just to shut up shop than it is to try and keep it going. But yeah, it is almost borders on ridiculous, doesn't it? So I don't know about you, but I got an order coming in, hopefully tomorrow, from Toke. Hopefully, well, not hopefully it turns up, but I just basically ordered one of every Bernard that they did, just so that I got a chance to review them, really, and try them if I haven't tried them already. So, yeah, it might be, you got a year to do it, but it might be time to stock up on your favourite if they make it. Because, you know, I mean, if we're lucky, maybe it'd be like some of the tobacco pipe blends that someone else will buy the recipes, or they'll license it out to someone else. But, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully something can be done behind the scenes. But, yeah. Crap, innit? That's a real... I just, you know... It feels like sometimes that snuff's in its dying days anyway, doesn't it? So, hopefully, this isn't the sign of things to come. But another one that I'm open... reason why it's turning up tomorrow is because it's going to have my buddies from Old Factory Snuffs in there. They brought out a snuff of their own, so if you haven't had a look, didn't know, or didn't subscribe to them, then you need to subscribe. Go over to Toke and check out their old fashioned snuff, which, if you didn't know, like I didn't know, old fashioned is a whiskey cocktail with orange and cherry that they make in Wisconsin. I know I just didn't say that right, but I think that's where they said they're from. I don't know. I may be getting it wrong. Geography was never my best subject. So, yeah, so go check them out. Subscribe. A little jealous. I'd love to make my own stuff, man, but I'll be honest, you know, seeing Simon do it and now these guys, it intimidates me. I don't know if I could come up with anything that's worthy, really. So, but who knows? Maybe one day in the future I'll have the bottle to put my name down on something. But regardless, it's good to at least see, you know, what with Bernard shutting down, it's good to at least see that things are, you know, someone's still pushing to get new stuff out there and try and keep this niche hobby of ours alive. But definitely a gutter. Hopefully something can get done in the background, innit? We can only hope. Yeah. I'm smoking Condor Ready Rubbed. It's the first time I tried it. I got some of the long cut that I want to do a review on, but I'm just trying this one because it came in the post. And I do quite like this pipe. As far as bent pipes go, I'm going to try and get a bigger one. Save up a few pennies. But yeah. It is quite nice. I know already I like this Condor. It's definitely got that floral essence thing going on about it. It actually goes really well with this snuff. I didn't look. I don't know if Condor's got anything else in it, but I think it's a Virginia. So, yeah, I don't know, that may be the only really interesting things that I got to say. Because as I say, I'm really just doing this video because I was bored and I just wanted to do something, but I didn't feel like I didn't want to do a proper review because I didn't feel like I was in the mood to do it justice, if you understand. So just wanted to sit down with you, have a smoke and a drink, say hello. I've been alright, just doing the usual things, still learning more video editing stuff. Remember, tell me if it does your head in. Well, I'm just trying to learn more about it and keep myself not using it just for the sake of using it. You know, use it where it's justified to use. Been learning, getting back into music production as well, you know. No, sounds like I got a lot going on, but I used to be into all this stuff when I was younger, at school. Not so much video editing and all that, but photography I did at school, and music. Used to be in a band, even though really it was just a bunch of kids banging out 4 chords. Yeah, but I used to use a bit of Cubase and all that, like, if you know anything of what I'm talking about. But back then, that's what we used to use to sort of lay tracks and mix the bits together and that. So I'm kind of like just, you know, playing the guitar and the drums and a bit of keyboard and all that. You got to think, you know, I was 16 when I sort of mucked up and got into drugs and all that kind of thing. And by the age of 18, I was locked up in prison. And that carried on until like my late, you know, until just before I turned 30. You know, my last sentence, I think, ended in 2008. And while I was in there, you know, I didn't have access to a guitar or keyboard or, you know, so it was just like, I just hadn't done it for ages. Fell out of practice. But I just thought, sod it. I'm going to try and give it a go. So I'm not starting from nothing, just seeing if I could pick it up and get it going again. I am, you know, 40 years old now. And, you know, I've wasted most of my life. And I sort of set myself a goal to try and do something in the next 10 years. Actually make a success of at least one thing. And ideally be able to make an income off it. If I could do that, by the time I turn 50-ish, I will allow myself to pat myself on the back and say you turned it around. The only reason why I'm able to do this stuff now, I think, though, is because they've accepted me now as being sick. So, you know, I don't get paid a great amount of money, but I get enough to sort of live on. So I'm not having to, you know, stress day by day, but I would like to get off of benefits and make my own income, you know, because it sucks on benefits. You can't save up nothing, because as soon as you save up some money, they say, oh, well, you've got some money to live off, and they stop your benefits. So, you know, that's the goal. We'll see in 10 years' time. If you're watching this in 10 years' time and I still ain't got nowhere, this video is going to hurt so bad. Yeah, but that's the plan. I don't know. I'm trying to reignite old skills and see what I can do and what I can't. And if I can turn it around and try and make an income out of it. That's the plan. We'll see how far I get, eh? Yeah, so I don't know. That's me waffling. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Whether it's gonna be a snuff review or a pipe review. Pipe tobacco review. I was thinking of doing brown bogey, another rope for a tobacco review next. Oh, I tell you what, actually, I thought this was a blinding tip, and this credit goes to Ben Case, because he stuck this in the comments, and I'm like, God, why didn't I ever think of this? But when it comes to things like rope, and even some sort of you know, some softer plugs and that, use a cigar cutter to chop up them ropes into little discs. Oh my God, it makes it so much easier, and you can cut it into nice thin little strips, and it's perfect. So thank you very much, Ben, because that was a blinding tip you gave me. And I think more people should do it, because it's you know, sometimes it's a bit fiddly if you ain't got a really sharp knife to try and chop them ropes up, and you end up, you know, even though it's bloody pipe tobacco, man, it's not meant to look pretty, but, you know, just being able to go snip and cut it up into little bits easy like that without slicing your fingers off because you're trying to use a razor blade or something. I thought it was a blinding tip, so thought I'd put that one out there. I may have been the only flipping person that never knew that or didn't think to do it. Probably. I am enjoying this condor. It is rather nice. That didn't work then. That was meant to be rather nice, but the ra didn't come until halfway through the word. So forgive me. But anyway, I'm not going to keep waffling. Although I could keep waffling, but I doubt anyone will stick it with me. So I'm going to leave it there. This was just me saying hello. Not exactly celebrating the coronation. I wouldn't exactly call myself a royalist. I mean, it does hurt a bit when you read that, you know, to crown this king, it cost the taxpayer £150 million. Bloody ridiculous, if you ask me. I tell you now, if he really wanted to win the support of the people or his people, if he had come up and said, you know, all right, sod this, we'll have half as many horses, half as many of the army, you know, walk half the distance, you know, not you know, have so much fanfare, right, and only spend 75 million, and I'll put the other 75 million into the energy crisis. He would have won my support. If he'd done something like that, I would have been there. God save the Queen. No, God save the King. But they don't, do they? He puts out a news report saying he had asked for it to be cheaper than his mother's, and then he ends up spending like fucking 3 times as much. I don't know. Not your worry, is it? Because you've just got our cast off old Prince Harry. You'll probably get pissed off with him soon enough over in America. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I really am waffling tonight. Sorry. It's my channel. I can chat waffle if I want. I don't care if anyone watches it. Much. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say whether you're smoking a pipe, a cigar, or having a tap pinch toot, remember to come back to the shed. And until then, I shall be too far.